The birth and battle of giants and gods. The screen fades from black, revealing a vast, desolate landscape filled with swirling winds and mist. There's no light, no shape, just an endless, empty void. The camera zooms in, and from the depths of the void, a figure begins to emerge. Ymir, the first giant, born from the merging of the fire of Muspelheim and the ice of Niflheim, is enormous. His body crackles with the raw energy of these primal forces. He stands still, his form alone in this boundless expanse, his eyes dim yet filled with an ancient power. Around him, the world is still. The space between fire and ice is cold and silent, with only the echo of Ymir's breath breaking the stillness. The space between fire and ice is cold and silent, with only the echo of Ymir's breath breaking the stillness. The world is still. The space between fire and ice is cold and silent. Suddenly, there's a rumble in the atmosphere, and the screen shakes violently. Ymir's eyes snap open, glowing with faint firelight. As he awakens, cracks begin to form across his body, breaking free from the ice that had encased him. His colossal frame shifts and stirs as he slowly rises, his movements slow but deliberate. As Ymir stretches his limbs, a misty cloud of sweat emerges from his body, swirling in the air. From this sweat, two giants are born, Aurgelmir and Thrivaldi, each as large and powerful as Ymir, yet only shadows compared to his size. They rise from the earth, their figures slowly taking shape from the mist, their faces filled with hunger for existence in this barren land. The atmosphere shifts again. Muspelheim's fire and Niflheim's ice continue to clash, creating violent storms, lightning, and an oppressive heat. The atmosphere shifts again. Muspelheim's fire and Niflheim's ice continue to clash, creating violent storms, lightning, and an oppressive heat. The atmosphere shifts again. Muspelheim's fire and Niflheim's ice continue to clash, creating violent storms, lightning, and an oppressive heat. As the fire and ice swirl around Ymir, a cow called Audhumla emerges from the icy depths. She's enormous, her fur glistening like the surface of frozen water. Audhumla begins licking the salty ice that surrounds her, and as she does, the ice begins to melt. Through the melting ice, a figure begins to emerge, Buri, the first god, who steps from the ice fully formed, radiant and glowing with divine light. Audhumla's licks reveal more of the frozen world. She nourishes herself with the ice, but with each lick, she unwittingly brings about the birth of the gods. Buri's son Bor follows shortly after, alongside his wife Bestla, a being of great strength and beauty. Together, they give birth to 3 children, Odin, Vili, and Ve, the 3 brothers who will later play crucial roles in the shaping of the universe. The video now zooms in on the 3 brothers, Odin, Vili, and Ve, who grow rapidly in size, each embodying different aspects of power. Odin, the eldest, with his wise, intense gaze, Vili, fiery and quick, with a warrior's spirit, and Ve, the youngest, sharp-minded and cunning. They stand together in the icy wasteland, feeling the pulse of the world around them. The world is growing restless, and from the ever-shifting balance of ice and fire, Ymir feels the disturbance. He senses the presence of the gods, and his anger swells. With a roar, he moves toward them, a towering figure of wrath and chaos as fire and ice swirl around him. The gods, prepared for the inevitable, stand firm, knowing their destiny lies in confronting Ymir and claiming the world for themselves. The camera cuts to a titanic battle where the gods and Ymir face each other in a primal clash. Ymir roars, his voice shaking the very ground, sending shock waves through the earth. He swings his massive arms, sending the gods tumbling back. The landscape itself cracks and shifts with every blow he lands. The sky is darkened by the swirling chaos of his power, while the gods fight back with their magic. Odin raises his staff, summoning winds and lightning to strike at Ymir, but the giant absorbs the energy with his body, his skin rippling with power. Vili conjures flames, while Ve bends the earth itself to his will, sending columns of stone crashing toward Ymir. The gods work as one, using all their divine strength and unity to break through the giant's defenses. In a final, devastating moment, Odin thrusts his spear into Ymir's chest, and Vili and Ve strike at his legs and arms. The giant falters, his body crumbling under the onslaught. With one final, earth-shaking roar, Ymir collapses to the ground, his massive body crumbling into the earth. The camera pulls back, showing Ymir's fallen form. His blood flows out in rivers, filling valleys and shaping seas. His massive body disintegrates, and the gods begin to work, using his remains to form the world. His flesh becomes the earth, solid and strong. The bones form the mountains, reaching toward the heavens. His skull is raised to become the sky, while his brain becomes the clouds, swirling in the atmosphere. The gods divide his blood into the oceans, creating vast bodies of water that flow across the land. As the gods work, the world takes form around them, rolling hills, vast forests, and sprawling plains. Life begins to emerge as the land is shaped. As the earth begins to take shape, the gods look over the new world they have created. Odin, Vili, and Ve, their faces filled with pride, begin to breathe life into the first two humans, Ask and Embla, who are found along the shore. Odin gives them breath. Vili grants them the ability to move and speak, and Ve bestows them with the senses of sight and hearing. The camera zooms in on the humans, now standing in the newly formed world, gazing at the beauty and vastness of the land they inhabit. The world is full of promise and possibility. The gods, having completed their work, look out across the land, which is now divided into 9 realms, each one distinct and filled with its own magic. The camera pans across these realms, showing lush forests, icy mountains, and fiery pits of Muspelheim.